Hey everyone, Brian and Jeff with WorkshopAddict.com, and we often get asked about choosing the best battery-operated impact wrench for do-it-yourself automotive work at home. That's one of those questions that can be answered in so many different ways, but we want to break it down as to kind of what steps you're going to go into to start looking at it. We probably have a spoiler alert in front of us, but it really comes down to what are you doing, right?
There's so many impact wrenches on the market, different torque settings, big ones, little ones. It's tough to choose your in-between for the everyday guy.
Let's start out with this. What impact sockets do you have? If you already have impact sockets, maybe you just want to expand with a good impact wrench there. And if you don't already have impact sockets, 1/2-inch drive is a great place to start. We have a set that goes from 10 millimeter up to 32 millimeter, and they're not that expensive. They're pretty easy to come by, and that's a great place to just start.
I mean, majority of your impact wrenches started out with 1/2-inch. Since then, they've dropped down to 3/8 and quarter, but your all-around is going to be a 1/2-inch.
So if you're starting there, let's look at what power do you actually need. Now, we've been working on this Jeep behind us for some time. We've tore all the suspension out, cut out all the control arm brackets, and put in complete new suspension along with re-gearing this. So we've used this rigid impact wrench for a long time under here.
Solely, this is the only wrench we've used on this Jeep.
We had one bolt that we could not get loose, and that bolt was never going to come loose. In us trying to remove it in other ways, we ended up just breaking it eventually. So it worked basically what you would say 100% for everything that we're doing. You could tear most vehicles down completely with this solely. So what you're trying to find also is something that is versatile. If you're only going to have one impact wrench, you're going to want to have something that has multiple different modes. So you're not always trying to tighten or loosen something in high speed.
And you're not using your own finesse. You're taking a little bit into the tool itself that, with the lower settings, you're not going to break that bolt or strip it out.
If you're going down to a 10 millimeter, there is 0 sense in being on level 3 when you're trying to remove it. Now, if you're trying to do lug nuts at NASCAR speed, level 3 is great.
But
the other thing that you really want to look for is a light. And the one thing that really stands out to me on this rigid is when you're underneath the car, you try to have as many tools as you can. You're going to have a bunch of sockets, you're going to have a bunch of wrenches, and you're going to try to have a flashlight. And we always lose the flashlight here or there, or you have enough in your hands that when you want to use it, use the light on the tool. Now, the rigid has a small trigger on the bottom that all you do is push it with your bottom 2 fingers, and it turns on 3 LED lights. Can't tell you how many times I used that just to see what was going on, because this was the closest tool that we had.
yes. Or how many times you tried to blind me with it.
They are bright. That is another positive of that. You know, if you get mad at the guy next to you, you just...
And they're directed in the line of use. A lot of them are kind of all over the place.
They do get covered if you use like a 32 or 36 millimeter socket. Once you get large, the lights just shine on the back of that. But for most of the uses that you're going to use this for, it's right there. So why wouldn't you choose something that is the biggest and best torque wrench out there? I mean, first, they're heavy. Second,
if you are a seasoned mechanic and you know what you're doing with the biggest and best high torque tool, that's one thing. Everybody that's going to be buying these is not that person. You've got to know your limitations and what the tool is going to do, or you're going to end up with a lot of broken bolts.
Even as a seasoned mechanic, you're not going to want to pick up a large impact wrench to do all the work.
Yeah.
You're not going to use this huge impact wrench to take out a 10 millimeter bolt, even if it has all kinds of settings. You want to have something that's lightweight, easy to handle, has less fatigue. It's going to go through less battery power, so you're not going to be changing batteries all the time. You could even use this with a compact battery, so it's not as heavy, a little bit smaller. And no matter what, you want to get something light. That is number one, because you can start to use these in some awkward positions, and then at the end of the day, just be sitting there with a little bit of fatigue in your arm.
And just think about the size of it. There's a lot of places you're not going to get a big gun in.
No, and even those. Extensions are something, if you're looking at this, you should also consider getting a 4, 6, a 10-inch extension and make sure that you have them. You're going to use them in other places, and we've always recommended buy a impact rated extension rather than a standard silver one, because you can use it in both places and there's really no difference in size.
No.
So continue looking at different impact wrenches, but we're going to really kind of push you over to the Rigid 8601. It's the Gen 5X brushless half-inch model. It's done everything that we could ask of it in this shop setting, where we're probably tearing apart a lot more than most people will or want to. And especially if you're just a do-it-yourself guy, if you pick this up and you're like, hey, all I do is rotate my tires, maybe change oil once in a while, and then you decide to, hey, I'm going to put a lift in my vehicle myself. Not a problem. Change ball joints. Not a problem. Re-gear, pull pinions. Not a problem.
I said everything that we've done on this Jeep has been solely by this tool.
And other cars. I mean, we've used it on a lot of things, but the biggest test was suspension. There's a lot of large bolts on these suspension parts, and it's been in mud, it's been in sand, and they're rusted. So it was a good test. So check these out at the Home Depot. Also, make sure you give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, watch us on social media, because we might have some surprises coming up for you guys. So watch us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.